Long, long ago, in the year of the Great Nut, His Excellency King Nutterson emerges from his royal palace to greet his subjects. "Hail, King Nutterson!" the crowd exclaims, with glee to praise their beloved monarch. Watching from the distance, through his spyglass, however, is a figure not so enthused by King Nutterson's royal pomp. The evil king glares menacingly, with great contempt, nefarious plots stirring through his cunning mind.
The evil king holds a sharp dagger in one hand, forged by a master bladesmith to pierce even the toughest of armor and the strongest of scales. In his other hand, a bottle of lethal snake poison, which he harvested from a great serpent using that very same blade, which, in his kingdom, earned him the nickname the Viper. The evil king shuffles in with the crowd, and with a feigned enthusiasm waves to King Nutterson.
"Hail, King Nutterson! It is I, King Blad, of the Gumsack Kingdom. I do entreat that you might have a word with me, for I do fancy a chat, if it be no ill inconvenience."
All the while, he grips his Blad blade with dubious intent.
"Well, I do say, King Blad, welcome to my royal abode. Thou art most welcome in my palace. Please, do come in, and I say we have ourselves a celebration."
"It would be a great honor, Your Majesty."
King Nutterson proceeds to give King Blad a tour of his royal castle. He shows him the glorious riches of his kingdom in all of its nutty splendor.
"Behold, the fine treasures of my most illustrious nutty realm. Such fine treasures cannot be found anywhere else on the globe."
Blad, the evil king, simply looks on with greed and envy. The tour having ended, the two kings now sit at the Nutterson table as they prepare for a jubilant celebration of legendary proportions.
"I do think it's time for a royal feast. Please, indulge as much as you like. I have prepared but the finest meal for my most honored guest."
"Most kindly, King Nutterson. I am filled with gratitude and joy at this delightful meal."
As the festivities proceed, the evil king takes a chance to advance his most diabolical plot. He takes the vial of poison and, showing it to King Nutterson, says,
"My king, I have brought a most splendid gift for you, and it would honor me that you accept it. It is a most magical mana potion, crafted by the finest of spells and alchemy by my own personal cabinet of royal wizards. I present it to you now. Drink it, and you shall gain magical ability unlike any other."
King Nutterson is overjoyed by the proposal. Through his head race thoughts of powerful wizardry and of royal magic that would make him the greatest, most powerful Nutterson in the centuries of his family's grand and regal lineage.
"Incredible. I owe you my deepest gratitude for such a gift. I shall drink it swiftly."
King Nutterson, with no thoughts of doubt in his mind, begins to pour the vile concoction into his mouth, a cheerful look on his face as he muses on the grand schemes and designs which he will accomplish through his new-found magical power. Suddenly, the head wizard of the Nutterson court appears and casts a magical spell which seizes the bottle and causes it to float away from the king's mouth, just before the first drop reaches his tongue.
"My liege, that is no mana potion, but a vial of most treacherous poison. King Blad has intended to deceive you."
The wizard then casts a spell which binds King Blad in unbreakable magic chains. King Blad is outraged. His scheme having been discovered, King Nutterson is left shocked and stunned by what has just unfolded before his eyes.
"My lord, you must send this filthy traitor to the dungeons at once. He has committed a most grave act of treason in your very own place. Guards, take him away."
"As you command, Grand Wizard Gunrich. We will escort Blad to the lowest level of the dungeons immediately."
The guards throw King Blad into the worst, most decrepit dungeon in all of Nutterson Castle. As he tumbles to the ground, he is greeted by a large rat, his only companion in this terrible cell he now calls home.
"So, You really thought you could fool our glorious King Nutterson, did you? Well, a few years in this cage ought to teach you better. Our King Nutterson is a valiant warrior, wielder of the four-nut blade, conqueror of the Soychap Kingdom, tamer of the Hog of Seven Seasons, which, mind you, is perhaps the butteriest hog out there. Per the decree of Royal Wizard Fuddius Gunrich, you will be held here for the next 17 years, and it serves you right, you wretch.
Exclaims King Nutterson's head knight, with disdain. Now all alone, King Blad sits in a dark, dreary corner of his cell, left only with thoughts of regret for his shameful crimes. His Blad blade has been confiscated, but his crown still sits on his head, a mocking reminder of the greatness from which he has fallen. Once the magnificent ruler of Gumsack Kingdom, he is no better off than a peasant or a thief. Suddenly, a surprise visitor appears. It is none other than King Nutterson himself.
My king, why have you come? Are you here only to mock me, or perhaps to have me executed?
No, no. I will do no such thing, for I do fancy myself a merciful king. Rather, I come to offer a second chance. I will let you go, on the condition that you give me proper restitution for your most regrettable crimes.
Blad kneels before King Nutterson in desperation, takes the crown off his very head, and presents it to him.
My lord, take this crown, and the kingdom of Gumsack with it. Only spare my life. For what good is a crown to a man buried underground, in a dungeon, as in a grave?
Very well, Blad. I shall accept thine royal offering. In return for your kingdom, I grant you freedom.
And thus, King Blad is a king no more. As King Nutterson ascends his royal throne, he now wears two crowns, for his reign now extends beyond his nutty realm, into the lush forests and flowing rivers of Gumsack. Having nearly perished at the hands of Blad, Nutterson now achieves glorious victory. King Nutterson's servants, including Blad himself, now kneel with reverence before his might. As his royal subjects gather around, all voices in the kingdom acclaim, "Hail, King Nutterson, the Double King!" And thus ends the tale of how the glorious King Nutterson, king of the nuttiest realm of them all, conquered his foes and came to earn his illustrious title, the Double King. The end.
Well, 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 my tenfold children. I do hope you enjoyed my story. This concludes our Acorn reading for the night. I look forward to sharing more of my fantastical tales with you tomorrow.
Thank you.